Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an empty flip through of my homemade cereal box cover junk journal. And first of all, let me just apologize for the orientation on this video. I filmed it on my iPhone way before I knew I was gonna start doing YouTube again. I was just so proud that I made this, and I was so excited to start using it. And of course, you know, once you start filling it up, it changes entirely. So I wanted to have this just for like posterity. And so I thought it'd be cool to just upload it as like the before, because I know some people might be curious. So this journal has 6 signatures in it. It is friggin' massive. I didn't show very much of the outside of the journal, but the spine is 2.5 inches, and I guess I underestimated how chunky it was going to be as quickly as it was. I don't feel like I used a whole bunch of chunky stuff in it. I actually was somehow thinking that it was going to like be even because I didn't like totally stuff it up with paper. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's way chunkier than I kind of was anticipating. 6 signatures of like, I think some of the signatures have like 14 sheets in it, which is 28 pages, which then double that if you're counting front and back. It's a lot. It's a lot. Too much, really. But I do love it, and I've loved working in it. I'm in the last signature now, so the final flip through should be within the next couple of weeks. I started this in January 1st actually is when I started writing in it, and I've been working in it ever since. So as you can see, I've included a variety of types of pages, and most of them are scrapbook paper, 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that was cut down a little bit. I didn't really measure anything, just kind of like related it back to, made sure it would fit inside the cover basically, and nothing was sticking out too far. I'm not a precise person whatsoever, and I wanted it to look kind of scrappy how it is. I was very, very pleased with how it turned out. This was like the final finished, just started working in it, and I was just so happy. But as you can see, I've got some recycled paper bags in there. I've got some cardstock. I have some cheesecloth. That material there coming up is some cheesecloth, which is a little too thin to use as a page like I did there. I probably won't put that in my next journal. But there's also some linen in there. Vellum pages, both gold and regular, like clear vellum. And let's see, different kinds of cardstock. I've got some black cardstock in there. There's one there. And some like decorated cardstock as well. That's like printed. I got probably at Hobby Lobby or something. Oh yes, tissue paper. So I don't recommend adding tissue paper in as a page to your junk journal. I thought, you know, oh, it's gonna be a great texture, and that'll be great. But the first time I got to one of them, it just doesn't work very well. I don't recommend it. So the other thing I did before putting the signatures together is tea staining the pages. Almost all of the pages are tea stained. There are a couple that I just did like some neutral acrylic paint on, but almost everything else, excluding like the specialty papers like the cardstock and like the brown paper bags and the vellum, for sure I didn't. But almost every other paper in there, all the scrapbook papers that weren't painted, and all the journal paper and watercolor paper, all of that was tea stained. And that was such a surprisingly lovely process. I absolutely loved it. It was like therapeutic or something. It was so lovely, and I really recommend it. Like this page here, like look at how awesome that looks. I actually left some of them, like all the pages like that with those like perfect little tea splatters. I can't bring myself to touch them. Like I can't cover that up. I love it so much. But yeah, I will probably tea stain pages for every journal I ever make because it's just so special. As you can see, I didn't really do any embellishment beforehand, all just paper selection and like those few pages that have the acrylic paint on them. And most of those I didn't like anyways, so I ended up covering them up. But you know, I didn't put any pockets in anywhere or anything like that. It's pretty much just straight up pages, paper, paper, paper. So the other thing I wanted to quickly mention here is, like I said, this is made out of cereal boxes, and all this paper stuff I had in my house. If you're a crafter at all and you have spare papers like this, you absolutely can make your own journal. It's not as hard as it might seem, and so I just want to encourage you to try to whip something up. It's not too bad, and the end result is something so special. So here we're finally coming to the end of the paper, and as you'll notice, the inside cover was never finished. It still looks the same. I never finished it, and at this point I don't think I will. The one thing I might add to the journal is some sort of a closure, because as I mentioned, it is so huge. It needs something to sit on a shelf half properly. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little flip through, and hopefully you will stick around, you know, maybe hit the subscribe button if you want to see it all filled up and chonked out. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.